Okay, so that if you can wrap your head around now that there are two distinct forms of prophecy being fulfilled here in these verses between or in chapter 11. Okay, there's two distinct forms, spiritual and physical. Now, remember when I told you how the Bible uses a physical picture to kind of give you a material concept of this higher spiritual understanding? Now, you don't have the high spirit understanding now, but what you do have is some of you have high material understanding, so that if they can give you an understanding of which you're familiar with, they know that the higher reflection of the spiritual understanding will come with it. So here's where it comes into the fulfillment of Bible prophecy in two ways. Now, in Revelation 17:17 is a very telling scripture, and I use it quite often because that's really what explains what's going on here in scripture. And let me go ahead and read this for you real fast so that you can understand the fullness of what's going on. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. The very first line is very important. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Now here's where it comes into the clear understanding, at least in this point. I said that Bible prophecy is fulfilled in two ways. God fulfills the spiritual, and they fulfill the physical. Now, when the Bible gives you these physical pictures or these symbols of prophecy being fulfilled, guess who seeks to fulfill them? Guess who seeks to fulfill these physical pictures? You guessed it, the illuminated. That's right, or some people call the elites of the earth, of which are connected to these aliens/demons, of which are connected to all of this that we're all studying and beginning to understand. So now you see how this works, and you're just beginning to see, my friends. You're just beginning to see. So these men who are trying to fulfill themselves in the scripture, and you're going to see why. I'm going to show you without a doubt how they see themselves, and that they are reading this scripture for themselves. They think they are the ones who are the righteous, and they think you are the wicked. And when you understand that and see how this scripture plays out, you will see why they do the things they do. And you will see why prophecy fulfills and why they fulfill it to a T physically. But at the same time, I hope now, through some of the guidance of the Spirit that has guided me, you will see that it is also fulfilled spiritually. And we will talk and show and see that spiritual fulfillment, because that's where the truth lies. And they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up with this big show, this big entertainment, this big grand illusion. My friends, don't fall for it. So now look, think about what I said. So I said now that we were talking about these two witnesses not being two individual personas, but they're more like an organization. Now listen here, an organization. Individuals cannot be everywhere global at once, but corporation, organizations, or group affiliations can. So we're really talking about a corporate being and not an individual persona. Now that's when we're talking about the two witnesses. Now what is a corporate being? A corporate being is a body or a group of people united together in a common cause. Corporations, organizations can be omnipresent. So now these two witnesses begin to make sense, not as two people, but two distinct groups of types of people. And I'm going to reveal to you who they are, but not just yet. I'll be back.